Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we are doing a you and them reading for the sign of Gemini. So if you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising, or any other placement you're feeling called to take a look at, then these messages are for you. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what does not. Not everything will resonate for everyone. If something is not resonating with you, don't try to force it to fit. This is a timeless reading as well, so whenever you're seeing this is the right time for you to be receiving these messages. This type of reading separates the energy into two sides. This side will be your side, this side will be their side. If your side isn't resonating with you and the other side is, feel free to reverse the roles as needed. Since we're just reading energy here, you could potentially fall on either side. I just have to designate one as you and one as the other person. All right, so let's get into it and see what's going on for you. And we'll get an energy clarifier as well. Okay, so we'll start with your side. We'll read both the light and the shadow attributes on the archetype cards, and we'll see what comes through in the energy. You might lean a little more towards one side or the other, or be a mixture of the two. Okay, so Gemini, you are coming through as the priest. The light attribute facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Shadow violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. And we have rest and rejuvenation as the energy in this. So this is coming through as a highly spiritual person. I am picking up on this energy. It's like you may not even be like fully aware of your, like, the depth of your spiritual connection or like abilities in this respect. This is something that's coming online and expanding for you at this time. I'm getting this energy of going through a spiritual awakening. You may be in a space in your life where you're currently attuning to this role. Like, I heard stepping into your priesthood. You may have been living a life that doesn't feel very spiritually connected in the past. It's like I neglected is the word that's coming through. That it's not that you have been like against it or like had necessarily like an aversion to having a spiritual connection of some sort. It's more like being too busy in the rest of your life to give it much thought. And what I'm seeing for you is this expansion happening where like the external presentation of yourself that you've known in the past is falling away, and this like version of yourself that's inside you that like originates from your soul energy, like it's not the persona, it's not like the mask that you've been wearing, is like sprouting, germinating, I heard. Yeah. Wow, like there's so many like things coming through. I heard you won't recognize yourself 5 years from now when you like look back to the person that you are now. I'm not sure why 5 is a specific number. I guess in 5 years you can tell me. You have, and like this is happening at this time in your life because like you have a spiritual commitment that your soul made to like take place in this physical plane. There's sort of this like delayed energy. Like this expansion has been delayed until this time in your life, because now is the time that you're most ready for it, most ready to embody this role, to embody this commitment that you made at the soul level, to be a channel, an expression of the light. I'm getting this other message, not so much what it says here, but the like in this like past persona, this like mask that you've been wearing, it's like it's more like you've experienced a seduction to like the material trappings of life. And there is a potential that like if you're not like releasing the ideals, the habits of the ego at this time, or in a future expansion that will occur to you, there's a potential for you to be like incorporating too much of your ego in your spiritual role that you play. So there's this opportunity to come at this from a pure place, to connect with the pure frequency of your soul's energy, rather than to like to do it in a selfless sort of like unconditional flowing way, rather than to create an attachment to the status, the importance that this role creates. It's okay to recognize and appreciate the importance of the spiritual role that you're meant to play, but it's important to be mindful not to allow yourself to feel superior to others because of that role. And there's something about you being like this period of like rest and rejuvenation right now. It's like your life has been so hectic, chaotic, and busy up to this point. It's sort of like in preparation for this, or like these types of awakenings can often happen to us when we're in a place in our lives where we pull our energy back, like back to our center, and turn our focus internally to become more aware of what's there, our soul's nature, without regard and attention so much to the external factors. And that's the sort of period that you're in right now. Coming back home to your center, anchoring into your body, anchoring into your soul's energy, where previously your energy has been scattered in external factors in your life. Meditation, if you don't already have a practice, will be a very helpful modality for you to help facilitate this process, to let go of the other external things that may be delaying or hindering your own internal growth. I also heard you're wrapped in light right now. It's there's a few things. Your aura is expanding because this connection inside you is deepening at this time. And also, you have a lot of angelic guidance around you, protecting you and guiding you. Maybe this is something you're beginning to become aware of, but not necessarily. You may still be moving in accordance to the energetic guidance that they're providing without conscious knowledge that that's where it's coming from. But they are there. They are present with you. You know, we all have a specific guardian in the angelic world assigned to us that never leaves, that's always there with us. But there are other angelic presences that float in and out depending on our need. And right now at this time, you have a team that's helping you to create this transition in your life into the more spiritual role that you desired to play when you came here. Also, prioritize your rest during this time. Prioritize alone time. That will help make this transition easier for you. Okay, and the other person's energy is coming through as the king. The light is enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. Patience is coming through. This is very interesting. I'm getting a very mirrored energy from these two sides now that I'm seeing what's here on this side. Except on this other side, this feels like someone who is more aware of their spiritual connection, that has gone through an awakening previously. I get the impression that this is your first time, in a manner of speaking, like having this energetic up leveling, like an upgrade in your spiritual connection and your connection to your awareness of your true self. But this person has been through at least 1 or 2, 3, like a few rounds of that already. This is someone who has learned some lessons already about releasing attachment to egoic thought, and while they are aware of the ego and the role that it plays in life, they don't put an excessive amount of weight on it. They don't feel like entitled to this position, entitled to this ability, entitled to like this spiritual connection. Like, it doesn't make them feel special in some way. This is someone who has come to the realization that all people have this capability of making this connection with their soul, with the deeper spiritual aspects of themselves. And they use this knowledge to help lead others to connecting with this place within them. This is someone who is very like kind, open, compassionate. It says benevolent, that fits as well. This is someone who has a strong desire to use the knowledge and understanding that they have to share that and benefit the other people that they come in contact with. And this is someone who also has a team of angels surrounding them at this time. But this is someone who is very aware of that, who like connects with them daily in some way, sees and hears the messages that they provide, and listens, trusts in them, and understands that time and space are I don't want to say like figments of your imagination, because they are real. They're a real experience that we're having. But they understand that like time and space are just guideposts for like orienting yourself as an infinite soul. Like as an infinite being of energy housed in a physical body. And this person being in the energy that they're in, they're exhibiting a lot of patience. Not just with you, but with other people that they interact with as well. Other people that they are leading and teaching. But one thing that is very clear here is that you have some sort of recognition of the patience that this person is having with you. It's like this person is like quietly, patiently waiting for you to go through this awakening period so that you can understand the work that they're doing, that you have a deeper understanding of who you are. It's like they're waiting for you to come home to yourself. They're not rushing you because they know that that would have an opposite effect, that would be overwhelming in some way. They understand divine timing. And the importance of sitting in that patience and waiting for things to unfold naturally. Okay, let's pull the tarot and get a little more detail on both sides. We'll start with you. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so this is giving a little more detail about what might be going on in this connection. So, yeah. You're building something, you're growing. This is someone that you're meant to collaborate with in some way. And you're feeling inspired to pursue a romantic opportunity with them. I heard this person makes you feel like a kid again. And, there's a couple of things coming through about that. There's this one aspect that this person is like helping you to connect, like reconnect with your inner child, to like let go of some of the external worries that create a lot of like stress and like confusion and chaos in our lives, and to like come back home to your center, to have more of like a lighthearted, free-flowing experience of life. Like this person brings some sort of spark of joy into your life. And there's also this element that it's like you recognize this person's spiritual connection. You feel like this is something that they know, that they're like more well-versed in than you. Like you feel like a novice in some respect compared to them. And with the sort of ego attachments that you're working on releasing and letting go of, that can feel, in the right mindset, that can feel a little threatening to you, a little overwhelming, like feeling like this person can see right through you. And it's because, not to sound scary, but in some respect, it's because they can see through like this external facade of ego into your soul, to see the true heart of you that you are learning how to connect with at this time in order to have a deeper experience of life. And you are wanting to explore a deeper experience of life. That's why you have these feelings about this opportunity. You want to like take action towards this, to create this like deeper experience of emotional fulfillment. This is someone that you could see yourself living a very happy and harmonious life with. There is some difficulty here though for you. You're still struggling with like juggling those external components of your life and perhaps not giving as much attention to yourself, your internal world, as is necessary, having that external focus. And something about that, it's making it hard for you to make a decision. That's why it's so important for you to turn your focus inward, to like have moments where you shut all of that external influence out and come inside yourself. Like allow your mind, your body, your soul to rest so that it can create this experience of healing within you, to connect you with your internal guidance, your intuition. And that's going to help you overcome this challenge of making a decision. And what this decision involves is walking away from something, withdrawing yourself emotionally from something you've invested in that's no longer serving you. Like it's like causing some sort of stagnancy in your life. There's some sort of disappointment in the way that your life is. That's why you're like trying to take some action towards like this new opportunity to feel more emotionally fulfilled, because you feel like no matter how much you keep investing into this situation of the past, it doesn't seem to get you anywhere. So ultimately, like your decision that you're moving towards is like setting that aside, leaving that behind, withdrawing from that, and like heading towards this path to find something better. This is literally like down the path is the 10 of Cups. And the 9 comes in between that of like wish fulfillment. Once you decide to leave behind what's no longer serving you, this wish you have for something greater, a greater sense of satisfaction in your life, is going to come true for you. And that leads to this deeper sense of emotional fulfillment that you've been seeking. Okay, let's look at the other side. Yeah, this person feels like they are going through a test of faith right now. And this is with regards to their patience. It's like this person sees all of the potential that you have. They see your growth. They see everything that's happening to you right now from like this like overview, this like bird's eye view. Like in a way that you may not have been seeing it, because they have this different perspective. It's like the king sits on top of a throne, or like is like up in this tower and can like look out over the kingdom and can see what's happening down below. And that's the sort of viewpoint that this person has. But it's like they're feeling the weight of this test of faith. It's like it's a test of their patience, a test of their belief in what they see in you, to have the strength and courage to wait on your natural progression. Like letting that unfold and being persistent in holding that frequency, holding that hope for you. Because like this person is determined to like be successful in this, to have this victory, to use their willpower, their strength to like anchor this in, to create this movement in their life, in yours. They realize that this is a journey that the two of you are on. Yeah, and the reason this is a test of faith, this person like this person is like their ego, you know, they've done a lot of work in detaching from the needs of the ego. That's why they're here at this 9 stage of the test of faith, and they have this patience that they're drawing on, because this person's ego has the tendency, like I heard, they want to get this show on the road. That's why this like energy is here. But they are having to stay true to their knowledge, true to what they've learned, and leave behind this element of wanting to rush things, wanting to move things along at their own pace, at the pace that they desire. Because it's like they would prefer that you just like hurry up and like get with the program and like meet them where they are. But they have enough understanding to realize that that's not serving them. They may go, you know, with this being in this position, it's like they understand that trying to rush things isn't going to do them any favors. But they still feel that pull of their ego, even if they've trained themselves the skill of like recognizing it as such and like setting it aside, disregarding it, and like holding the frequency of patience and trusting in the timing. That's still a little bit of a struggle for them. They have to consistently keep reminding themselves like there's no need to rush this. Everything will happen when it's meant to be, because they know that when they do that, when they let that go and pass this test, this rainbow is on the horizon. This 10 of Cups that you are moving toward is like where you're going to meet them and where they're going to meet you. But they understand the internal work that they have to do in order to get there. They're aligning with their soul's calling, with their role as like a guide for you to help lead you and call you into this space. This person may communicate through music. Your angels and this team here may be communicating with you through music as well. They recognize participating in this connection with you as like a deep resonance in their soul, like an internal calling that they have. And they're doing the work necessary to align with that. I also got the message, this person, this may not be for everyone, but this person is going to be giving you a second chance. If you feel like you may have like messed up something in some way, and that this person might not be willing to be open to you in the future, or might not be willing to give you a second chance, know that they will be. Okay, let's look at the shared energy. Okay, you're both feeling this, like, this experience of being in a liminal space where you're at right now, this sort of like in-between period where it maybe feels like nothing's happening, feels like nothing is moving, like you're sort of like stuck in a place and like it doesn't appear on the surface like much is happening. But you're both having a lot of growth and realizations and like surrendering to this process of the energetic movement that's happening between you. You're both, deciding to choose this for your future with the idea of love in mind. There are plans being made on both sides to open up the avenue for this connection to take place. You're both struggling with like having the confidence, feeling the confidence in what's taking place here. There's a lot of second guessing happening between you. That's why it requires so much patience and trust on this person's part, and why you're having trouble making a decision about like leaving the past behind and opening yourself up to a better future. But that's ultimately what's happening here. Change is going to be happening here. There's a lot of transformation occurring. And there are a lot of challenges to overcome along the way. There's no way to make that sound better. But it's like there are no challenges along the way that aren't necessary for you both to overcome for like the health of this connection and for the future that you see together. We've got the Knight of Cups as the overall energy. There's a lot of romance underlying this connection. There's a lot of loving feelings that you desire to offer to one another. And that's the primary driving force that's like drawing the two of you on your individual paths to come together. That's the primary driving force that will allow you to overcome these challenges that are along the way. It makes this waiting period feel like it's worth waiting through. And like that's what's drawing you together for like a purpose that's beyond just the feelings that you can have together. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you are interested in booking your personal reading with me, you can see how to do that in the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you next time, Gemini. Bye.